Hey guys, how are you today? Hola mi gente. I almost forgot. I like saying it. I don't know. It's like a tiny little piece of my culture that I get to bring onto these vlogs for you guys. That's the reason why I always make it a point to be like, oh yeah, I forgot to say hola mi gente, which means hello my people. For those of you that don't know. Anyway, how are you guys? Today is another beautiful day. I decided I wanted to make a video all about how I feel about my Tesla, my car. So if you guys don't know, I have a Tesla Model 3 and I bought it December 2018. We're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of this car. But before I go into talking about the Tesla and stuff, I did want to go give it a nice little car wash, a nice little TLC, you know? So that's my plan, is to go get a car wash. But before that though, I did want to just connect with you guys and just be like, hey, how have you guys been? Because I've been pretty good. And also I did want to show you guys something new about me. I don't know if you guys already noticed, but ta-da! I am no longer blue-haired Tiff. So my girl Lindsay, who always does my hair, she did a house call and it was crazy because it was the day before lockdown. So here in California, we have a new lockdown now, and it's like, I guess like a 3-week lockdown or something. So apparently this is like way crazier than the first lockdown. They're trying to be a lot more strict. And so leading up to that lockdown, I was like, oh my gosh, Lindsay, is there any way you could just squeeze me in somewhere in your schedule, please? Like even a house call, because the salon was booked during that time. So she was like, yeah, girlfriend, don't even trip, I got you. So she came over and luckily she was able to just do a quick, I think she calls it like a toner, or I don't even know the hairstyle terms, but the point is she was able to get the blue out and now I'm fully brown, all natural. Like I got over being blue-haired Tiff. I don't know, I got that out of my system now, because the first time I dyed my hair, it was very short-lived. Like the very first time I got blue hair, it was very short-lived because shortly after that I went brown for the wedding, and then after the wedding was done, I was like, oh man, I didn't really get to scratch that itch of having blue hair. And now it's been like 3 years, I think, and now I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like I'm pretty good. Yeah, we can just go back to being natural. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing any more crazy colors, but who knows, because I was in between getting pink hair or going natural, because I did have like that, the hair primed and prepped for another color because it was already bleached, and that is like a whole process there. So I was just really considering it. I'm like, well, if I still want another color, would it be pink, and would I be happy with that? And I ultimately decided, like, you know what, I think I'm over it. I'm over the colors. So here we go. This is what I got now. I am considering maybe chopping it off again because I really did like having a bob, but I don't know, it's kind of a lot of work. So I'm sitting here and looking at my desk, and look at what is so freaking cute. As you guys know, we're investors with Junbi, for example, the matcha that we always talk about, and it's delicious, like ceremonial grade matcha that is sourced from Japan. It's just amazing. And we have like Wing Chicks, Shrimp Daddy, and Chichidango as well. But anyway, the group that we're with, they gave us a holiday present, and look, they made these cookies that says Happy Holidays Chan Clan. How freaking cute is that? That's so adorable. And they also gave us like this holiday card. They're like, oh, happy holidays and all that stuff. It was really sweet. We recently opened it because they gave us the gift when we went to one of the founders, their baby shower, and we did like a drive-by baby shower, so it was pretty cute. And at that baby shower they gave us this gift, and they're like, don't open it until we have our meeting. And so we're like, okay. So we held on to it for like a few days, and that was part of the gift. And then they also gave us these like really cool cups that enhance flavor and whatever you put in it. So it was pretty cute. And I'm just sitting here like staring at this, and I'm like, oh. And then seeing this, honestly, it reminds me of our trip to Japan, because last year we all went to Japan as a group. So it just makes me think of Japan and how beautiful that country is. And luckily we actually have a new sponsor for this video that is tied to Japan. So thank you to Boxu for sponsoring this video. So if you don't know anything about Boxu, it's this amazing monthly snack box subscription that brings you premium Japanese snacks straight to your door. And it's crazy because they partner with family snack makers that have been in business for like over 100 years. They partner partner with them in order to bring you these amazing, delicious Japanese snacks. And personally, I've been such a fan of Japanese snacks because they just have like the perfect texture and the flavors. Like they nail the flavors so well. And so once Boxu hit us up and they were like, oh, do you guys want to partner? I'm like, oh, yes, I've been missing Japan. And to like, you know, during this pandemic, like at least to get a tiny slice of Japan at my door through snacks is like heaven right now, because I really genuinely have been missing that country. So I have my own Boxu right here. I'm going to be opening it with you guys, and it's so cool because with each box you receive, they have a new theme, which means the snacks are always different, and they'll be taking you through a gourmet journey throughout Japan in every single box. So are you ready to open it? Because I am. I'm so excited. I've been saving these snacks for this unboxing because I'm like, oh my gosh, I want you guys to see too. Premium Japanese Snacks by Boxu. This month is Seasons of Japan, and they also give you this cultural guide, so you get to see what is inside your box, and they just guide you through every single snack and the theme. So they even tell you if there's like allergies or what else it contains, like for example like milk and eggs, and then they explain every single snack that's in this box, so you get to learn each snack and what it contains. And also they just show you where each snack is from throughout the entire country of Japan. So oh my gosh, this is so cool. So here we have some yummies. They even give you some tea. Oh my goodness, which one should I try? Oh, cute. Ooh, sake candy. It's strawberry, so it's like chocolate strawberry. All right, so I'm gonna try the white strawberry. And it says here that this is the world's first chocolate infused strawberry. Oh, chocolate infused strawberry? Oh my god, it smells amazing. Look, it's an actual strawberry. Look at that. Cool. See, Japan never fails with their snacks, man. It's always so delicious. I can't wait to go through that entire box. I'm gonna be sharing with Casey and Isaac. And you know what? With the holidays coming up, why not treat yourself and get yourself a Boxu, some Japan snack. And also you can share this with your loved ones because, for example, we wanted to show appreciation to our video editor, Antoine. Shout out to you. And we sent him a Boxu box for himself to enjoy.
Oh my god, they have donuts. They have donuts. I am a happy editor.
Casey was like, you know what, editing is too crazy, and so luckily Antoine came and saved the day, and so we wanted to show him appreciation with one of these Boxu boxes. So join us and thousands of others in experiencing authentic Japanese flavors. Get yourself a subscription. Use our code TIFFCASE10 for 10% off. We'll have a link in the description as well. And let me know how you enjoy these amazing Japanese snacks. So anyway, let's go off and wash my car, and I'll tell you all about my Tesla baby. So my car is now nice and clean. I was unable to film any part of the car wash for you guys because this new car wash that I went to, they required me to get a hand wash because of the fact that it's a Tesla, which I have never encountered in previous car washes, so I thought that was kind of weird. But for that reason, I didn't want to film the guy cleaning my car because I don't know the guy, so I just felt weird filming him. So anyway, the car is clean now. I decided to park in front of the garage so you guys can have more lights, because now that it's winter time, fall time, whatever, the sun sets a lot earlier. So I'm like trying to squeeze this video in right before sunset. Now the car's clean, I can talk about it. Like I said earlier, I'm coming up on 2 years with this car. I know a lot of you guys have been curious to know what my opinions are on my car. And to tell you the truth, like just flat out, I am completely 100%, okay, not 100, but like 99.9% in love and obsessed with my car. I've absolutely loved it. The moment I got it, it's just felt like driving a spaceship. Completely different experience having this car than the previous car I had, because I had a 2010 Honda Civic. But not just that, but like the fact that this car has like this gigantic screen, and it just feels like I'm driving the car version of an iPhone. It's what I feel like. My favorite thing about the car is that there's always updates happening. Like randomly there'd be a new update, and all of a sudden I have a whole bunch of new features that my car didn't have before. What other car can do that? Like, I don't know. There is that 0.1% that does irritate me. Like, there are a few things about this car that I'm gonna be completely honest with you about. I do have the autopilot on my car. Initially, when I first got it, it was only able to be enacted when I'm on the freeway. Like, I can only activate it when I'm on the freeway, but now I can actually have autopilot on with the streets regularly. But obviously it doesn't respond to red lights or stop signs. Personally, I don't like using autopilot on the street, so I will just only use it on the freeway. But the annoying part about it is that sometimes, depending on like the lighting, like the visibility, sometimes like when I drive under a bridge and there's like, and it's daytime and there's like a huge shadow because of the fact that I go under the bridge, sometimes like the autopilot will be like glitching a little bit, like, whoa, like what just happened? What happened to the light? And it'll kind of get a little too close to cars. And so when I'm on autopilot, I never 100% trust the car. I'm constantly having my hands on the wheel. I have my foot hovering over the pedals for whatever can happen, because I already know that this car is not 100% foolproof. Like, it will get glitchy like that sometimes. Another thing that I noticed with the autopilot on the freeway is that if I'm on the far right lane and there's another car like merging into the freeway, sometimes the car won't respond to that and it'll just keep going. And then like the other car is like, hey man, I can't get in. So then I have to press the brake to get off of autopilot and let that car in, because I do notice that has happened. But like I said, the car is constantly updating, and these issues with the autopilot, it was early on when I had the car. Now that I've had it for 2 years now, and because of the updates, it does seem as though they have improved a lot of these tiny little bugs. Another thing that was really like annoying about this car is, only with like a few months of me having this car, all of a sudden the air in the AC started smelling like mold. It was disgusting, and I was just like, what the heck? This is like a brand new car. Like, why am I having these issues with the air vent? And so I took it in, because at that same time I was having some sort of like computer glitch too, where the car was reading that one of my tire pressures was low, but it wasn't. And so anyway, I took the car in to check that out. They ended up saying that there wasn't a computer issue, and for me to just put air in my tire, and I did, and it did seem to go away. So I guess I was like not attentive on my air tire. I don't know, that whole air tire thing was weird, because I'm like, listen, it was fine, the pressure was fine, but the car wasn't reading it. So that's what I mean by little glitches like that. Computer glitches is annoying. But anyway, the air vent stuff, the guy was saying that it was a common thing with these Model 3 cars, that as soon as like people get it, the, what is it called, the air filter would just get really moldy and musty and gross, and you have to change it right away. So I'm like, that sucks. Like, this is a brand new car, like why is the filter not gonna last? Like I said, I've had this air filter issue for a long time, and just recently I purchased the new air filters, because the guy even told me, he was like, don't come back here and get it done, because they're gonna charge you way too much. It's super easy, just look online, you should just do it yourself. So I'm like, okay, cool. And that was like a long time ago, and just now I finally bought the air filter. So I need to do that, because still every single time I get into my car, it does smell and it smells really bad, and it's just something that I've been meaning to do. But I was actually planning on doing it for this video, like showing you guys how I'm gonna change my air filters, but because of the fact that I'm running out of light, I'm just gonna do it on my own. But that's the reason why I haven't done it yet, because I've been saving it for this video. But anyway, moving on. So the air vent thing was a huge like, what the heck, you know, for this car. Another downfall that I can tell you about this car is, up here there is just this glass, right? And I purchased this shade for this glass because during the summertime, and whenever it's like really hot and the sun is like beaming down on my head, it felt hot. Like, it actually was bothersome to the point where I needed to purchase this shade, like this window shade here. And ever since I got this, it's been a lot more pleasant to drive this car, because like I said, during those hot months, like I really felt my head get hot. Even though like Tesla already, they already have their glass like specially tempered, or whatever the terminology is, where it does shield you from the UV rays to a certain extent. And I did get my car tinted, and I did get this glass tinted as well, I think. I don't remember now, but it was too hot, so I still got this thing, and it has been very helpful. So if you're having the same problem, I recommend you get this shade thingy. I got it on Amazon, so you can just Google or Amazon it and then it'll be there. But let's go back to the stuff that I love about this car. I did get the white seats, which I've talked about in the past, and I absolutely love it. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, why would you get white seats? Like, they're gonna get so dirty, it's so crazy, blah blah blah. But Tesla, I don't know if other car makers have this exact material too available for their cars, but Tesla, like, they have this vegan leather that is super easy to clean. And like, I always wear jeans when I am driving my car, and so eventually on the car seat it'll start having like some jean, like bluish jean stuff happen to the seat. But as soon as I get a rag, like a microfiber towel, and just wet it a little bit with just water, it immediately comes off. So this material is freaking amazing. So I am totally not even worried about spills or anything like that, because this material is really good for getting it clean. The thing that I really was kind of concerned about was the actual floor. So I purchased this kit for like all weather mats, and so now I really don't have any concerns, because I even bought a mat for my trunk, I bought a mat for my frunk, and for like all 4 of these seats. So whenever we would go to the beach, we would take this car still, because it really holds up really well. Because even on the side, like the door panels and stuff, like with the scuff marks from the shoes, I can just easily wipe it and it's no big deal. Like, this car actually holds up pretty dang well. But another thing that I actually kind of like, that, like I said, I don't know all cars, I don't know what other features other cars have, but this car has this really cool feature that it's like, you can hold the car. So when I hard press the brake, it will actually, like if I'm on the road and like there's a red light and I need to stop for a long time, I'll hard press the brake and it'll just hold my car. So I don't have to put it in park, I can just let go of the brake and it's completely fine. And as soon as I press the gas pedal or I tap the brake again, it'll release the hold and keep going. So I have a feeling other cars have that feature, but I don't, like I said, I don't know. But I really love that about my car. I've gotten so spoiled that whenever I'm in the drive-through lane or whatever, like I don't ever hold my brake for too long. I just hold it, like I tap it and hold it and then let go, and I'm like chilling. So I really like that about my car. I feel really spoiled to have that little feature. Oh, and then it was really cool too, because my car got this update a few months ago where I'm able to see the cameras from both sides of my car. So now I can see from the back and on both sides. So it looks like this. This is what it looks like now. So I can see on my left side, on my right side, and behind, because in the past when I first got my car, it was only the rear view mirror. But I love how they updated it, and then now I can see both sides. So that was really cool. Other features that they've added to this car that, like, since I've had the car, is they've added Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Twitch, and all these things. Like they have it under like the theater option. Just super cool. They didn't have that when I first got this car, and I felt really lucky because for years Tesla owners have been like begging for this feature. It's like for you to be able to watch anything when you're in park, like whenever you're supercharging your car or whatever. It takes like about 45 minutes, so it'd be super awesome if you could actually use this screen to watch something like for entertainment. And so finally, I think maybe like less than 6 months after I got the car, they updated it, and I was so thrilled because I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so spoiled. I didn't have to wait years and years like other Tesla guys. But yeah, so I really love that feature. And there's also an arcade. They have Fallout, this Stardew Valley, so I guess like kind of like farming, backgammon, Cuphead, which Isaac was absolutely thrilled with because he's a big Cuphead fan, and so he plays this whenever we're in my car. And then there's Beach Buggy, where you actually use the steering wheel of your car and you can actually race. And there's also, if you go to, I think it's Toy Box here, my car can fart. So I'm sure you guys know this already. It's like some old Tesla stuff, but yeah, so the car totally farts. That's so stupid. It's so immature, it's so dumb, but it's really funny. Like, what other car is gonna do that? And then also, I can fart on turn signal, so if I turn, it just starts farting. Yeah, that's like the dumbest feature ever, but it's really fun. Like, it actually brings me joy, so I appreciate it. But I don't even turn it on. The only time I ever get to play with this feature is whenever I'm showing someone else. That's it. The other cool thing is you can make beats. So on this like tracks thing, I can just make my own beats or whatever. Isaac's played with it. There's also a romance feature where once I turn this on, the whole screen turns into this like fireplace. The actual vent will start heating up, so like it'll give you like warm air. And then it also has like this romance playlist, so it'll play like some Sade and stuff. And then there's like the sketch pad, you can just draw things. And there's like a Mars mode where the whole map turns into Mars, and then your car is like this little lunar rover kind of thing. And appropriate for the holidays, there's a Santa mode. You could jingle all the way. Alright, so I don't even know if that music made the edit because of Content ID, but it does have some Christmas music. And then the last thing here is Rainbow Road. So when I'm on autopilot, I can activate this and it'll turn the whole road into a rainbow. That's pretty cool. But yeah, there's just a ton of features on this car. It's super fun to play with, obviously when you're parked. There's just so many fun things about this car that I can honestly say that I would highly recommend anyone to get this car. It's just so freaking fun. Also, I just love the way it drives too, because it's so smooth. Comparing it to my Honda, like I would be flooring it on the gas, like trying to get into the freeway, and it just would be like struggling to gain any type of acceleration. Obviously it's a Honda Civic, but still, like I just comparing that to what the Tesla does now, like I'll tap it a little bit and it goes like vroom. So it's really, it drives really well, and it's also super safe too. So it has this one feature where it will like start alarming, like if I'm driving and I'm not slowing down fast enough and there's like a car in front of me, it'll start beeping at me like, hey bitch, pay attention. So I'll be like, oh snap, so then I'll brake. So I feel extra safer in this car too, because of the fact that I just know that this car has my back, you know? For the most part, this car I feel completely safe in, and I've genuinely been very happy with this car. I can't even, honestly, I can't see myself drive another car, like a different car for my daily driver, because I've just gotten so used to this car. I did have to buy a few things for this car just to make my car more comfortable. So like I already mentioned the weather mats, I mentioned this shade thing, and I know I've already told you guys in the past, but I'll tell you again. I ended up wrapping this entire thing white because when I got the car, it was this shiny black material, which I wasn't a big fan of, so I ended up just covering all this, and I bought this vinyl piece on Amazon as well. So I bought a whole bunch of stuff. I also added the red tees, which I've told you guys in the past too. I put red tees all over the car, and just to give it a little personality flavor. That's not really necessary. This I do find necessary because of the fact that I got it matte. It has helped my car feel a lot cleaner, because with the actual shiny black stuff, it constantly was smudgy. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like really plasticky, and it just felt cheap, because obviously this is Tesla's more affordable model, so they're not going to be all lavish with the materials. So I personally wanted to cover this, and ever since I have covered it, it has given my car a better feel. Another thing I did was I bought this wireless charger. The company is called Nomad. Yeah, I bought this wireless charger because if not for this wireless charger, there were these plugins down here, and I would have to like manually find the actual charger, and it'd be like this like situation where I'm going like this, like trying to like actually plug it in and then finally plug it in, and there you go. So now I don't have to worry about that. Now that I've upgraded to this wireless charger, it's made my life a lot easier, which I appreciate. So yeah, honestly, getting these upgrades, or not upgrades, but like these aftermarket products, I guess I could call them, they have made my car a lot better in my opinion. It's made my life easier in a lot of ways, and yeah, so I would highly recommend those aftermarket products as well. Oh, another thing that I really love about this car is that you can set driver profiles, and I know you can do that in other cars, but I don't know how specific you can really make your car in other cars to each driver. So for example, you're able to set your seat exactly how you want it, which I know it's very common, but not only that, you can actually set your lumbar support. So down here, and this is a brand new discovery, by the way. Isaac discovered that I have a lumbar support on my seats. I didn't even know that, and he just told me maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. Like, this is brand new discovery. But in the seat down here, there's this lumbar support. So there's like a little like balloon kind of thing that inflates and gives you more support for your lower back, or it deflates if you don't want so much, which I thought was freaking cool because I absolutely love lumbar support stuff. So anyway, you can do that, and when you set your driver profiles, you can adjust that, and you can also adjust your seat temperature. You can adjust the mirrors, the side mirrors. You can also adjust the type of driving you want. So for example, mine's on comfort mode, I think, and then Casey's is on sports mode, so the car drives slightly different. And you're able to also adjust the steering wheel exactly how you want it, so you can make it be like more out, more in, more up, more down, or whatever you want, and it adjusts per driver profile. So that's freaking cool. I don't know how much detail other cars can do that, but you can do that for this one. And so I actually set a driver profile called Lay, L-A-Y, and that's because whenever I'm parked for an extended amount of time, like for example when I take Isaac to his ortho appointments these days, I can't be in the waiting room anymore, so I'm waiting in my car, and so I'll set it to Lay, which looks like this. So I set it all the way down, and then I turn on my Netflix or my Hulu and I just start watching something. And it's so freaking comfy, and for that reason, for the reason of this, of the Lay situation, I have a pillow in my car at all times and some sort of blanket. So I am just living it up in this car. It's so freaking comfy. I absolutely love it. Even when I'm like supercharging or something, I just set it to Lay, and sometimes I'll take a nap if I have enough time. But yeah, it's super cool. My most favorite thing that I actually show everyone every time, like right when I first got my car, like this was my most favorite feature to show everybody. So once you look at the vent stuff, you see how the airflow is going like this? You can actually change the airflow to be however you want. So it could be hitting me directly, it could go under, it could go up, and if I spread my two fingers, I can make it go away from my face. Isn't it freaking cool? Like, what other air vents do that? Because if you look at my car, there are no vents that I can actually touch and like move myself. I can't do that. So I need the car to do that. So that's freaking cool. Like, I am so obsessed with this feature. But also, when you look at the seat warmer feature, look at this. Every single seat has a seat warmer. That is so freaking cool. I don't know about you, but that blew my mind when I discovered this. So for example, if I want to make the middle seat be nice and warm, I can heat that up right from here. So it's pretty cool. Or you can set it like lower. And also, if you go right over here, you can turn on this vent, which by the way, check this out, 2 USB ports so people can charge their phones. Back here, it does have that feature, so you're able to move the vent wherever you want. That's freaking awesome. I don't know, man. That's freaking amazing. Oh, also for the glove box, I can't open it any way, shape, or form. Like, there's no button for you to open this glove box. It must be opened through the screen. I mean, can you like ever focus, camera? Once I click the glove box, then you can open it. See? Ta-da! So it's really cool. Whenever I take my car to the valet, it has a valet feature. So once I enable that, the valet can't go past a certain amount of speed. I think it's like past 20 miles an hour or something like that. And then they're unable to unlock the front because there's no engine. And they're not able to unlock the glove box either. So it feels really safe. Like, your valuables will not get messed with if you set it on valet mode. Very safe. And then to take it off valet mode, you have to put in like a code, whatever code you pick. And so it feels really safe to keep my stuff in there. Another thing is that there are cup holders, so that's pretty nice because sometimes I run out of cup holders up here. And then if I want to, I can actually open all of this and it'll give me access to the trunk. Also, there's this little hook here, so whenever I have things to hang, like things on a hanger, I can just pop this out. It's a little hook thingy. Those little hooks, it's at least something, because another negative, at least in Isaac's book, is that there are no handrail thingies. Like, you can't hang on up here like other cars. So Isaac was pretty bummed about that because he really liked that handle thingy that's on the door. So Tesla Model 3 does not have that, but it does have this cool thing for the mirror. So when you drop the visor down, you do have a mirror here, but the cool thing about this mirror is that if you could just open it halfway if you want, see? And then if you open it all the way, the light turns on. But then you don't want this little flap thingy, so then you can put it right up And there you go. So most of the time I actually have it this way for myself, because sometimes I just need to peek really quick and be like, oh, do I have any mocos? No, I'm good. Nice. Mocos means boogers, by the way, in case you didn't know. Do I have any right now? You guys will let me know, right? Okay, anyway. And here, the hand rest thingy. This you can lift up, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. And then right here is where you can put the, I forgot what this thing is called, but this thingy for your car, so you can charge other stuff. So this is what came with the car. These wires that I'm showing you is what used to be here. This thing used to stick up like this, and I have to like figure out where to plug my phone in, but not anymore, ever since I got that. Another cool thing that I thought was pretty cool that my previous car didn't have is this rear view mirror right here and the side mirrors. They have this like special tint thing in it that when I'm driving at night and there's someone with like their high beams on, for example, because of whatever tints these mirrors have, it actually doesn't blind me. So it does help me lessen the intensity of the lights that are behind me whenever I'm driving, which I really appreciate that feature, because I didn't know how much I needed that feature until I had it, because I'm like, this is cool. Another cool thing, and I'm sure like every single clip is gonna start with me saying it, another thing and another thing. Another cool thing, I would show you the map, but I don't want you to know where I live, so I won't show you, but I'll just tell you with the map itself, it's like a Google view, right? Like a satellite view of where we are. So whenever I'm driving through really rich neighborhoods, like I'll park or something and I'll be a freaking stalker and I'll like zoom in on the Google satellite in the Tesla screen, and then I could see like, dang, they have 3 swimming pools. No one needs that many swimming pools. That's amazing. Like, why does someone even need all that or whatever? But so I really like the fact that there's this gigantic map on the screen, and I get to be a weird, creepy, nosy person as I'm driving by people's property. And then also, like, whenever it's nighttime, it automatically will set it to night mode, so the entire map will just turn like black and white or whatever, so it's not super bright like it is during the daytime. I think that pretty much covers how I feel about my car, the cool features that I think are really cool about my car. I know it's like, this video is so overdue because, like I said, I'm coming up on 2 years with this car. I could have at least done it last year, but whatever, 2 years with this car. I would still highly recommend this car, the Tesla Model 3. I can't speak for the other Teslas because I don't know them. They are very different, I think, from, at least, for example, like the Model X to the Model 3, completely different. So I can't speak on those features or any of those cars, but at least for the Model 3, I can tell you I absolutely love it. I see myself driving this car for a very, very, very long time, and especially, like I said, how they're constantly updating the features. I feel like I'll never get tired of this car. It always feels like it's a new car. Freaking love it. Oh, I didn't even tell you this other part. Another cool thing, you guys know how cars have like car keys, right? Not my car. My car has a key. It's a card key. It's a key card. I enter my car with the card. This is freaking cool. Like, I don't know any other car that only has a card for their key. This is pretty sweet. I love this. But I almost never use this. You know why? Because I have the Tesla app and my phone acts like my key. So I almost never touch keys ever, because once I get home, I just open the garage with the programmed thing. Like, as soon as I approach the garage, it just opens it by itself. And because of that reason, like, I never have to even touch house keys ever. So I love that about this car. It's my absolute favorite thing about this car, is that I never have to touch keys or worry about my car keys or anything like that, as long as I have my phone. So that's freaking cool. And then also from the app, I can do so many things. So this is the Tesla app, and as you can see, we named the car Tick for Tiffany, Isaac, and Casey. It's freaking cute, I know. But yeah, so right from here you can actually play media. You see that my phone is the key. I can also control the climate from this app, so I can even turn on the seat warmers and set the temperature, all that cool stuff. And I could also set it on valet mode here, set it on sentry mode, which is actually whenever people approach my car, it shows like this big red eyeball here on the screen, and it's saying sentry mode, like recording activated or something. So if anyone approaches approaches the car and they just so happen to glance inside the car, they'll see that all the cameras are recording whatever's happening. So I really feel like my car is really safe. And I could also set the speed limit, or I can vent the windows. So for example, so now I just vented the entire car, which is probably a bad idea because I just got my car washed, but it's okay. And then I can close it. I can also lock my car, or I could honk it. I can remotely start it. I could open the trunk. I could flash my light. I could also summon my car. What the heck? This is some like future stuff, man. I could move my car forward or backward. Or if I am at this shopping place, like for example, one time Isaac and I were grocery shopping and I parked really close by the door, like the grocery store door, but there were no cars around, so I just really wanted to use this new feature because at that time it was like a brand new feature that they downloaded onto my car. And the summon feature, it's like I can literally make my car come to me. What? Like, that is crazy. That's some futuristic stuff. Like, I totally live in the future. It's freaking crazy. And so we tried it and we just saw the car like get out of the parking spot and then like turn and then literally like park right up to where we were. I felt like I owned the Batmobile or something. It was freaking crazy. So I don't usually use that feature very often, but sometimes if I'm in a really tight parking spot, for example, I'll use the summon feature and I'll reverse my car or move it up or whatever I need it to do, and it does that without anyone inside the car. And it seems really scary because you're like, what if it hits something or something happens? But the cameras are actually really good, where it's really good about not getting too close to objects. And so I really love that feature. It also has an auto park feature, which I know is very common with cars. But yeah, man, this car is super high tech. Like I said, highly recommend it. Let me know if you guys have any other questions about my car that you might be curious about. I hope I answered anything that you might have been curious about, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I keep trying to like run in my mind like, is there anything else I wanted to share with you guys about my car? Another cool thing